Back with another pre-construction project video. This time we're going to be talking about the Clove, which is a new project coming soon to market by Mattamy Homes and Quad Real Property Group at 2 the East Mall Crescent. We're going to talk about all things about the development, the surrounding master plan community by Quad Real Property Group. We'll talk important launch dates, project details, floor plans, and of course, at the end, I'm also going to break down the pricing, so make sure to stick around. If this is your first time on this channel, my name is Sid Sur from Team Sur Real Estate. I talk about all things pre-construction and real estate. If at any point you'd like to book a one-on-one call with me, you can do so by clicking the link in the description. That'll take you to my calendar page where you can pick a date and time that works best for you. I'm also going to put a link in the description for you to go to my registration page that'll give you first exclusive access to the project, including launch dates, VIP access to pricing, floor plans, and of course, all the latest and up-to-date on the entire development. Okay, so let's talk about the Clove. The Clove is the first phase of the master plan community at the Cloverdale redevelopment project. If you're not aware, the Cloverdale Mall is going through a major redevelopment by Quad Real Property Group. It's a 32-acre site that's going to have 15 towers coming to market. It's a pretty long-term project. I've got a full video on the Cloverdale Mall redevelopment on my channels, or you can click somewhere on this video to watch it. Now, the first phase of this development, however, is going to be the Clove, which is situated at 2 East Mall Crescent. So East Mall Crescent, if you're not aware, is at the intersection of Dundas and 427. It's very close to the major highways, like the 427 that connects to the Gardner. It connects to the 401 series highways. It's minutes from the Pearson Airport, close to the Kipling GO Transit, as well as the Kipling Transit Hub in general. They've got the subway line there, the Bloor line. You've got the major buses that go throughout Mississauga and Brampton. You've got the Up Express. Of course, you've got the Kipling Station there as well. Super close to Costco, IKEA on the Queensway, and of course, very, very close to Sherway Gardens. Okay, so let's break down the site. First of all, the master plan community, like I mentioned, is going to be 32 acres. It's going to have over 9 acres of vibrant public realm, over 3 acres of parkland, over 180,000 square feet of new retail space, and over 20,000 square feet of community amenities. That's a rendering right there of the Clove as compared to the rest of the master plan community. So it is a separate development plan on a separate site just across the street. As for the building itself, it's both 33 and 9 stories, so there's 2 towers totaling 606 suites with over 26,000 square feet of amenities. I want you guys to look at the future growth of Etobicoke right over here. As you guys can see, the Etobicoke, Dundas Street, East Mall, and even a little bit west of Kipling right over here, we're seeing major redevelopment. There's going to be over 110 buildings there, totaling over 30,000 suites, with that totaled 64 projects in total. Now, of course, this is a pretty long-term project, but I just wanted to give you guys a bird's eye view of what Etobicoke is actually going through. Of course, the new Etobicoke Civic Center is also going to be coming close to the site. If you don't know about the Etobicoke Civic Center, it's really cool, exciting. I share some renderings in my Cloverdale Mall redevelopment project video as well. So again, make sure to check that out as well. Now, these are some renderings of the actual redevelopment site on the 32-acre lot. Again, full video on my YouTube channel. This is a really nice shot that I love. A lot of green space here. They're going to be building roads in there as well to keep a nice flow of traffic. Here's another bird's eye view of the project. Really nice. And of course, right here on the southwest corner is going to be the Clove as the first phase of the development. And here's the actual rendering of the Clove. I really like this building and the structure. It's nice. I'm really excited about these terrace suites that they're going to have right here on the north side of this tall tower. By the way, the tall tower is what's going to be released first, and the smaller tower, the 9-story tower, is going to be released right after that. But you can see right away the entry to the building is really nice. Lots of green space. Nice entry canopy right over here. Now, this street right over here is East Mall Crescent, and then behind the building is Dundas Street. Here's another rendering looking south on East Mall Crescent here. Now, this is the back of the building, the south corner, and facing Dundas Street. So what's cool about this tower is you're going to be able to exit right out, for those of you who want to commute, exit right out of the the south entrance here onto Dundas Street, and you have access to the TTC line right at your doorstep. Now, I was able to go to the Experience Center for the Clove and the Master Plan community recently and got to learn a lot more about the project at the exclusive broker preview. I was able to get a lot of details on the project. I took some really cool videos, and it's a really nice experience center. They've got the full model of the Master Plan community as well as a full-scale model of the Clove as well. They've also got some standard finishes there. They've got a full kitchen, both standard and upgrade. Once again, if you're interested in visiting the Experience Center and want first exclusive access to this project, there is going to be a link in the description for you to go and register so I can send you first access details and get you in the presentation center and get you first access to this project. Now, while I was at the Experience Center, I was able to take a nice sneaky little photo of the sample floor plans key plate that they shared over there. And I want to show you guys, this is the typical key plate from floors 9 and up in the tower. It's a good mix of 1-bedrooms and 1+ dens with a few 2-bedrooms, and there's only one 3-bedroom unit here. This is the north side of the building that we're looking at right over here. You can see there's a studio, 373 square feet. This is more catered towards investor clients, but then you've got a nice 2-bedroom unit here in the corner, over 770 square feet. Nice layout that's pretty square, no wasted space. You've got a 1-bedroom here as well, 473 square feet. You've got a 1-bedroom plus den, 577 square feet. Another 1-bedroom, 563 square feet. A 2-bedroom at 767 square feet with a nice large balcony. Then you've got on the south side a 1-bedroom that's 451 square feet. Another 2-bedroom here on the corner unit at 759 square feet. Another 1-bedroom plus den, 635 square feet. 1-bedroom at 524 square feet. Another 1-bedroom at 530 square feet. Then you've got a 3-bedroom here at 886 square feet, it looks like. So overall, I think the layouts are pretty good. They are decent. They're not the tiny sizes of floor plans that we're used to seeing in a lot of projects in the city of Toronto. I remember when Kipling Station condos launched by Center Court sometime last year or right before, just at the end of 2022. They had a lot of smaller floor plans, a lot of small 1-bedrooms, but here we see some decent sized 1-bedrooms here that are either in the high 400s or in the mid to high 500s. So I'm really happy to see that they're prioritizing space here. Now, as far as pricing goes, these are going to be priced at about $1,100 a square foot is what I'm told by the developer. The studios are going to be starting in the 400s, and then everything else after that, we're guessing will be in the 500s for 1-bedrooms. It's very comparative to Kipling condos that launched almost 2 years ago, and they were priced at $1,100 when they first launched. And I have to say, it's very comparable. You know, Mattamy is pretty aggressive when it comes to their pricing. But what I've seen lately from a lot of projects from Mattamy, you know, especially in Etobicoke, like Boulevard Q, you had, which was on the Queensway. Then they had another project on High Park called West Bend. They've had projects in Milton. And I've worked on all these projects. And the one thing I noticed with Mattamy is because we're in a slow pre-construction market, they have put really good incentives on closing, like zero development charges, free assignments, right to lease during interim occupancy, and what people don't realize is that the majority of your pre-construction costs on closing especially comes from the development charges and the levies, where Mattamy has basically said you don't have to pay us for development charges, which is pretty incredible. It saves you $15,000 to $20,000 right there on closing costs. So I'm not I won't be surprised if they do the same thing here. I think it'll be a great incentive to throw because Center Court at Kipling Condos had not done that. But let's talk about resale in the area as well. If you look at the resale properties in the area, they are selling for that, $500,000 starting range for 1-bedroom. So the end pricing is going to be very similar with the Clove and resale condos in the area. However, with the Clove, you can expect, just like most pre-construction projects, for the floor plans to be a little bit smaller. Now, occupancy here is 2028. So you've got quite a bit of time to put your deposits down and wait for it to complete, whether you're an investor or even if you're an end user that's looking to downsize here, or maybe you're looking to buy something for your kids and waiting for them to, earn more money in that time. So great occupancy date, I feel here. I do want to mention something here regarding the occupancy time of 2028. I'm not sure if you guys have been following the news lately, but there's been a massive cutback and shortage of pre-construction projects launching, and specifically sales that have really slowed down over the last couple of years because of high interest rates and people just not buying condos, pre-construction condos specifically. We're pretty much at all-time lows when it comes to pre-construction sales. And if you know how pre-construction works, in order for a builder to start construction, they need to sell at least 75% of the building because they need to go and get financing from their own lenders. So what that translates to is that because most of these projects over the last 2 years have been shelved by developers and they're not selling, there's going to be this shortage of supply in the next few years, specifically in 2026, 7, 8, and 2029 timeframe. So if you have supply during that time, you may be holding on to that tight supply, and there's going to be increased demand in that time, and that's going to drive resale values up, and that should drive all values up in general. That's all I have today for you guys. Once again, if you'd like more information on this project and want to stay up to date and get first access to this project, please go ahead and click the link in the description to go and register onto my website to get full details as we get updated. And of course, if you'd like to book a one-on-one call to learn about this project or any other project or just real estate in general, click the link in the description to book a one-on-one time with me. Thanks for watching. Take care.